Alexa, turn on desk light. Good morning. Or, I post my videos usually at like 1 or 2, so I guess more like good afternoon. Now, before we start the video, I got to start with my usual spiel about how like over half you guys who are watching the videos are not subscribed. So if you're not subscribed right now, make sure you go over, should be scrolling down, go to my name, click subscribe. You'll get notified when I post more videos and so on and so forth. It's just better for the channel, helps me out a lot. So if you want to like and subscribe, that would really help with the channel. Thank you. Let's move on to the video. Hello everybody, welcome to the video. In today's video I'm going to be showing off my brand new photo and video editing PC. As a first-time PC builder, I am super excited to kind of show off my first PC I've ever built. So please don't flame me in the comments if the wire or cord management isn't that good. I know it's not the best PC in the world, but it's pretty special to me because it's the first one I've ever built and it was such a fun process to do. Well, I don't want to keep you waiting, so without further ado, here is my brand new photo and video editing PC. Okay, the first thing we're going to be talking about today is CPU. Now, for those of you who don't know, the CPU is really important to the computer because especially for video editing and photo editing, the amount of cores and threads that you have, more rendering power or video editing power to edit those like 4K, 8K kind of content. So for me to get the most bang out of my buck, I went with the Ryzen 7 3700X, and it's been working so well for me. Like, I absolutely love it. And it was also surprisingly really easy to install. As a first-time PC builder, I was really nervous to install the CPU. I've heard a lot of horror stories, but this one was actually super simple. It comes with a fan with the CPU, so you don't have to worry about buying a different one for that. And like I said, it's easy to install. I was extremely surprised. Moving on to the motherboard, I got the AMD B550 Pro VDH Wi-Fi motherboard. Now, I'm not like a huge PC person. Like, I know a little bit, but how great of a motherboard that is, I'm not exactly sure. It works so well for me. I got it recommended to, by the way, all these parts I got recommended to from a YouTube video I watched. I'll link it down in the description below. It's a really great video if you're looking to get a good video editing. But anyways, this motherboard isn't the exact motherboard I wanted, but I kind of went with it because it was on the cheaper side, but it's worked really well for me. Alright, next up on the list is your memory or your RAM. This is what your computer needs to access your programs. Now for me, I went with 32 gigabytes of CORSAIR Vengeance. Now 32 gigabytes for me is going to be just fine. I'm not editing like 8K footage to where I need that much power to get that footage out there. But later down the road, I wouldn't be surprised if I buy 32 more gigabytes to plug that in and get 64. Next up on the list is the SSD. This is where you store your operating system and any programs that you're going to want to use. I personally went with the Samsung 1TB 970 EVO. Once again, it was kind of the most bang for my buck situation, and I have no complaints so far, so it's working really well for me. Now, this is probably the part of the video that everyone came here for, is the graphics card. Now, I went with the NVIDIA 3060. Now, I know what you're thinking, how the hell did I get my hands on a 30 series graphics card? Well, to answer that completely honestly, I am the luckiest person in the world. My buddy and I literally walked into a Micro Center one day, and there just so happened to be a shipment of 30 series graphics cards coming in, and we got in line and we got lucky and we got a graphics card. Now, I probably don't have to explain much about this graphics card, but the 30 series, everyone knows, is, some of the best graphics cards that you can get, and I've had no issues with mine, and it's super reliable so far, and it's been great. Alright, so in my case, I went with the LIAN all white matte finish case. There was a certain number to the case or something like that, but I honestly forget what exactly it was called, but I'm sure it's not that hard to find. It's a pretty common case. Now what's nice about this case is it comes with 2 stock fans on the front and back, so it's really nice to getting that good airflow, getting that nice cooling inside your PC. And it's also relatively cheap, around 70 bucks, so that's also nice too. Okay, last but not least, power supply. For my power supply, I went with the EVGA 650 BQ. Now I was gonna go with the 500 BQ, but I made a few upgrades to it, so I thought it would be better to upgrade a little bit to the 650 BQ. Okay everybody, that's gonna be it for my photo and video editing PC reveal, I guess. This video was super fun to make. I had a blast building my first ever PC. It was I will remember that day for the rest of my life. It was that fun. But anyways guys, I hope you liked the video today. I think this was like day 5 or 6 of the daily uploads, so everything's been going really good over here. Make sure you like and subscribe. That is super important. Like I said in the beginning of the video, over 50% of you guys aren't subscribed, so if you're not subscribed, subscribe. What are you doing? Anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow for the next upload. I'm not sure exactly what it's going to be yet, but I'll figure that out. I'll probably shoot it and film it later today. But make sure you guys stay tuned to all my social medias. All my social medias will be in the description down below, so make sure you check that out and give it a follow. I have some really exciting stuff coming up very, very soon, so make sure you stay tuned to check that out. Alright guys, I will see you tomorrow in the video. Peace.